day everyone. Allow me to introduce myself first. I am Gwen Garcera from BSN 1D, and today I will be discussing to you on how to play Soduko puzzles. So the Soduko puzzles that I am using today, the level of Soduko is medium level. But before we start, let me share to you guys a short background details about Soduko puzzles. So the modern version of Soduko that I am using right now is a medium level and was invented in 1979 by Howard Garnes in USA, where it was called number place. It became really popular in Japan in the 1980s and in the UK since late 2004. It is now quickly spreading worldwide. The word Soduko is an abbreviation of a phrase which means the digits must occur only once. So the aim of a Soduko puzzle is to fill in the grid so that each row, each column, and each box contains all the numbers from 1 to 9. So, as I said, the level of Soduko that I am using right now is a medium level, and usually the grid is 9 by 9. So let's start. We know that Soduko puzzles are a fun and challenging way to exercise our brain. So Soduko puzzles consist of a 9 by 9 grid divided into 3 by 3 subgrids. So the goal of Soduko is to fill in the empty squares with numbers from 1 to 9. So we must follow the rules. So each row must contain all the numbers from 1 to 9. So as we can see, every subgrid has a missing numbers. So we need to fill that numbers. Each box must contain 1 to 9 numbers without repetition. So each column must contain all the numbers from 1 to 9. Each 3 by 3 subgrid must contain all the numbers from 1 to 9. So we have here the solving techniques. Before we start, we have to first scan the puzzles. Look for rows, columns, or subgrids where only one possible number fits. So we have here 6, 5, 9. First box. Yan. So, as we can see, here in the first box, we have here 6, 5, 9, 1, 2. So the missing numbers is 8, 7, 3, 4. But before we add here the numbers, let us check first that before we put a number, there is no repetition. So here, missing numbers here and there. So as we can see, here's the line, first line. It only contains one number and it is number 5, while this line has 3 numbers consisting of 1, 5, and 3. So let's start. So for the first column, let us find its missing number. So there's no number 3, number 4, and number 7 there. So let's start with the number 3. Here, we will put here the number 3. But before we put the number 3, let us check first if there is a repetition. In the first column, the first row, there's no repetition. How about this row? There is no number 3 also. So let's put number 3 because it's safe. Number 3. The second column we'll put here, or the second row we'll put here a number 4. Let's check first the row. So here it's also number 4. And within a row, column, or subgrid, if a number only appears in the possible candidates, it's the only number that can go there. So as we can see, there's no number 4 here and also number 4 there. So let's put a number 4. Number 3. Number 4. And then number, so we have here the first column, we have here a number from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the number 7 is missing. So let's check first the row. So as we can see, it's all clear. There's no repetition. There's no repetition in this row. Also this row. So it is safe to put the number 7. So class, this is the easiest way to solve your Sudoku. You have to find its missing number row by row. So it's up to you if you can solve your Sudoku by box, by 9 by 9 box, or by row. So yeah. So the second row. So here's the first box. So we have here 65912. For the second row, the missing number that has not in their row is number 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So yeah, number 2. So let's put number 2 here. So as you can see guys, we can put the number 2 here because there's already a number 2 in the box. So it cannot be. So let's do the row by row technique for the easiest way to solve the Sudoku puzzle. So here we saw that there's a number 2 here. As we can see, there's number 2 here. And also here. And we will put the number 2 here. Because here also, if we put the number 2 here, on the down of the number 3, it will cause a trouble because we will place a number 2 here because there's no place anymore in this box to put a number 2 because there's also a number 2 here. So same row. So we need to adjust the number 2 here. So as I said, follow the steps on what I said earlier, the techniques. So we have here in this row there's no number 9, and also in this row there's none also the number 9. So it is safe to put a number 9. Yeah. Also here number 8, number 7, number 3, and number 4. So we have here the first box. We solved here the first box. How is it possible? Because this Sudoku puzzle is a logic puzzle. So you can easily solve the Sudoku by just looking at them. If you get stuck, you can try guessing a number. If it leads to a contradiction, you know it's wrong and can try another number. So in solving the Sudoku, I'm using only my logic. We all have logic by the way, but I'm using my guessing technique. So as we fill the numbers, eliminate them as possibilities for other squares in the same row, column, or subgrid. So in plain Sudoku, there's also an elimination so that each number can fill in the same row, column, or other squares if there's the same number. So here, as we can see, there's no same number. So in the second row, we have we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. So the missing numbers are 6, 7, 9. So row by row again. So here, there's already number 9. And there's also number 8. So we will place the number 6 here. Here also, okay, number 7. As we can see, there's no number 7 here in column. And there's also number 7 here in column. So, number 9. Number 4. So, in the third box, we have here 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. So, the missing numbers are number 4, number 5, and number 6. So, number 4, as we can see, here in the row of number 2, there's no number 4. So, we can place the number 4 here. So, sa baba ng number 4, there's no number 5 also. So, we can place here the number 5. And also, there's also no number 6. Place here. So, tandaan lang class, if para ma-solve yung Soduku, we can use the technique, row by row technique, for us to easy solve the Soduku. So, I hope my examples will help you to solve the Soduku, and I have here some solving techniques for you to use for solving the Soduku. So, the first technique that I am using kanina is scanning. So, I look for rows, for columns, or subgrids where only one possible number fits. So, each row and each column and each subgrids, I'm checking it if there's before putting a number, there is no repetition. Number 2, hidden singles. Within a row, column, or subgrid, if a number only appears once in the possible candidates, it's the only number that can go there. So, sabi ko nga, bawal may maulit na number sa kada row and kada box. Each box dapat may number na tig-iisa from 1 to 9. Naked pairs. In a row, column, or subgrid, if two squares have the same two possible candidates, those two candidates can be eliminated from other squares in that row, column, or subgrid. Number 4, hidden pairs. In a row, column, or subgrid, if two squares are the only ones that can contain two specific candidates, then those two candidates can be eliminated from other squares in that row, column, or subgrid. And lastly, guessing. If you get stuck, you can try guessing a number. If it leads you to a contradiction, you know it's wrong and can try another number. So, the Soduku, as I said, there's a 9x9 and 3x3 subgrid. So, here's the first box. So, as we can see, as I solve the box, so may mga numbers siya from 1 to 9. Kompleto yung numbers. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, okay lang naman if hindi sila like pasunod-sunod. Kasi, sa Soduku, as I said, dapat walang repetition. So, if may repetition na naganap, so you can use the technique eliminating or elimination. So, you will eliminate the number possibilities for other squares in the same row, column, or subgrid. So, as you can see, we solved here the first column or the first row. So, I hope my explanation will also help you to solve the Soduku puzzles. And thank you guys for listening. Bye-bye!
So, good day everyone. So, in this video, I'm going to show you how to play a Soduku. So, before we proceed, I would like to discuss the parts of a standard Sudoku. So a standard Sudoku puzzle is a 9 by 9 grid. So each square has a 9 grid. So and it is divided into 3 by 3 boxes. So these are the 3 by 3 boxes. And our goal is to fill the grids with numbers from 1 to 9, but there's a few important rules that we need to remember. So first is each row must contain every number from 1 to 9 with no repetition. So these are the rows that we are talking about. We need to put the numbers without repetition. Next, each column must also contain every number from 1 to 9. So same as from the rows, we need to fill this number. We need to fill this part with every single number without any repetition. And lastly, each 3 by 3 region must have every number from 1 to 9, also with no repetition. So here is the regions that we need to fill without any repetition. So let's get started. So first step is to write a possible number that you think will be correct. So I'm gonna start by doing it. So for example, in this column, so in this region, I'm going to put the number 6. This is just a partial numbers. As you can see, I put in 9. Next, we need to complete the first row first. So here I'm gonna complete this first. So we have 4, 6, 9, 8. So I need to put 3. 3. There's no 1. So when you are putting numbers, you need to look for these symbols or for this guide. So I'm gonna put 1. Here, I'm gonna put 5. And here, I'm gonna put number 2. So I'm just gonna do and put all the possible numbers that I think will complete this puzzle. So I'll be right back. So as you can see guys, I'm just putting a number, a partial number, so that I have a guide on the numbers that I will be putting on to solve this puzzle. So you can basically just do what I am doing. So as you can see, I'm done with the partial numbers that I put in the Soduko puzzle. So let's put the numbers. So here I'm going to put the 6. So it's correct. 9, 3, 1, 5, and 2. So as you can see, I completed the first row with every single number with no repetition. So next, let's try the columns. So let's put the 9, let's put the 1, 5, and lastly number 6. So as you can see, in this column, we completed it without any repetitions. So next, we need to complete the second one. Okay. So I'm gonna put the 1, 8, and number 9. So as you can see again, here, no repetitions, and it's correct. So let's just finish it all. I'm gonna put 7, 5, 4, 9, and 6. So that's how easy to solve a Soduko puzzle. So let's finish this. We have 4, we have 6, we got a 1, 5, 3, 8, 2. And as you can see, as you noticed, that each line of the numbers, there is no repetition. See? As you can see, there's 2 here, there's another 2 here, there's 2. No repetitions. So meaning I am doing a great job. So next, we gotta put 9, we gotta put 6, 7, and 5. So the trick for this to solve this Soduko puzzle is that you should always write a partial numbers so that you have a guide on what to put next. So let's finish this. 3, 8, and 1. Again 1, 5, 4, 9, 2, 8, 7, 2, 6, 4. So as you noticed that each rows and each columns have a numbers from 1 to 9, and it doesn't have any repetitions. So that's how easy to solve a Sudoku. And lastly, we're going to put the number 8. So I finish it all, and just remember that Sudoku is a game of logic, patience, and practice. So don't worry if you don't get it right away. Keep practicing, and soon you'll be solving puzzles in no time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Hi everyone! Kamusta naman yung learnings nyo tungkol sa Soduko and Kenken? Mahirap ba? Nag-enjoy ba kayo? Now that you're here, we're going to teach you another exciting math game. For sure you'll have fun while learning. Before we proceed into the lesson, let us introduce ourselves first. Hi, I am Ana Kim Alano, together with Michelle Mariano. Today, we're the ones who will teach you how to play something exciting. Before we reveal our topic for today's video, let's play a quick guessing game. We have 2 images here. One looks like a magic wand, and the other is a square shape. Any guesses what this might be? If your answer is magic square, then you are right. So, what exactly is a magic square? Magic squares are called magic because each row, column, and diagonal in the square has the same sum, which we call the magic constant. And when we say sum, ito yung result ng addition. Halimbawa, kapag inad mo yung mga number sa row, column, o diagonal, kailangan mag-equal sila sa same number. Sa 3x3 magic square, ang magic constant ay 15. Makikita nyo dito medyo overwhelming yung itsura ng magic square. Pero don't worry, madali lang yan. Tuturuan namin kayo ng step by step kung paano siya laruin. Pero bago yan, let's know muna yung background or history ng magic square. Ika nga nila, kung hindi mo alam ang pinagmulan, paano mo matututunan ang kasalukuyan? So, pasok Michelle! Thank you Misha for sharing the history of magic squares. Ngayon, pag-aaralan naman natin ang formula ng magic square. Now, let's break down the formula para sa magic square. And don't worry, it is simple lang. So, we have here S is equals to N, open parenthesis, N squared, plus 1, close parenthesis, divided by 2. So, S is the magic constant, or yung total ng kailangan natin makuha sa bawat row, column, at diagonal, while n is the number of rows or columns. For example, 3 by 3 magic square, so yung n is equals to 3. Example, S is equals to n, which is yung 3. Then, 3 times 3 is equals 9 plus 1 divided by 2. Nagiging siyang S is equals to 9 plus 1, 10. 10 times 3 is 30. 30 divided by 2 is 15. Ayan. Ngayon, let's go back to our magic square. So, here's the mechanics. 3 by 3 magic square. Grid size, 3 by 3. We have 9 squares. Number used is 1 to 9. Magic sum is 15. So, these are the rules. Place the numbers 1 to 9 in the 9 squares. Each number can only be used once. The sum of every row, column, and 2 main diagonals must equal 15. Ngayon, let's go back to our magic square. Makikita nyo dito sa example 1 na may mga number na sa ibang cells. Ang gagawin na lang natin is punan yung mga natitirang cells. And once inad natin sila, ang total ng bawat row, column, at diagonal ay 15. For example, meron tayong 8 plus 5 plus 2 equals 15. Then, makikita natin na may dalawang number na, which is 5 and 7. So, ano kayang ilalagay nating number para mag-total na 15? So, 5 plus 7 is equals to 12 plus blank is equals to 15. Ano kaya tong number? If your answer is 3, tama kayo. By adding 3, we completed the row and it now sums to 15. So, complete natin yung iba. So, try natin tong 8. So, try natin tong 8 plus 3 plus 4 is 15. Dito naman sa 4 plus 5 is 9. So, ano kaya yung number? 6. So, 4 plus 5 plus 6 is 15. Medyo makalat na. Erase na natin to. Then, try nga natin to kung magto-total ng 15. 6 plus 7 plus 2 is 15. So, try naman natin yung iba. So, 8 plus 6 plus 1 is 15. 4 plus 2 plus 9 is 15. So, ngayon, do-double check na natin kung 15 nga ba lahat. 8 plus 1 plus 6 is 15. 3 plus 5 plus 7 is 15. 4 plus 9 plus 2 is 15. Yung column yun ha. Ngayon, yung row naman. 8 plus 3 plus 4 is 15. 1 plus 5 plus 9, 15. 6 plus 7 plus 2 is equals to 15. Paano yung diagonal? Diba na-try natin? 8 plus 5 plus 2 is 15. Sa kabila naman. 6 plus 5 plus 4 is 15. So, meron na tayong magic square. So, easy lang, di ba? Pero, what if mag-solve tayo ng magic square nang wala pang laman, yung mga cells, as in, blanco. So, ganito yon. Yung rules is, place the number 1 to 9 in the 9 squares. Each number can only be used once. The sum of every row, every column, and the two main diagonals must equals 15. So, these are the tips or tricks na pwede natin gawin. So, tips number 1. Start with number 5 sa gitna. Bakit 5? Kasi ang 5 ay laging nasa center ng 1 at 9. Kapag nilagay mo ito sa gitna, mas mababalance yung puzzle. Number 2 tips. Maghanap ng mga pairs na may sum na 10. Like 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 3 and 7, and 4 and 6. Tips number 3. Focus sa diagonal and center first. So, dito muna, 8 and 2, 4 and 6, then 9 and 1, then 3 and 7. So, let's check kung magiging magic square nga ba ito. 4 plus 9 plus 2 is equals to 15. 3 plus 5 plus 7 is equals to 15. 8 plus 1 plus 6 is equals to 15. Column naman. 4 plus 3 plus 8 is equals to 15. 9 plus 5 plus 1 is equals to 15. 2 plus 7 plus 6 is equals to 15. Diagonal naman. 4 plus 5 plus 6 is equals to 15. 8 plus 5 plus 2 is equals to 15. So, ayan. Perfect. Now that you know the basics, let's try solving more magic squares together. Kaya nyo ba yung mas malaking grid? Let's find out.
Hi! Good morning! So, ngayon, tatakal natin ang background of magic square, mechanics of magic square, rules of magic square, dahil na-discuss naman na sa inyo ni Anika ang ibig sabihin ng magic square. So, background of magic square. Magic square have a long history dating back to at least 190 BCE in China. At various times, they have acquired occult or mythical significance and have appeared as symbol in works of art. Legends say that the emperor Yu saw the Lushu square on tortoise that emerged from the Lu River during flood. The emperor was amazed by the pattern of numbers and the relationship between the rows, columns, and diagonals. So a little bit of background of magic square. According to alamat ng Chino, ang unang magic square ay sinasabing natagpuan sa likod ng isang pagon. Ang China ay nakaranas noon ng malalang pagbaha. At isang araw, napansin ng emperador ang isang pagong na may mga kakaibang marka sa likuran nito na lumitaw mula sa baha sa Lu River. Matapos ang maingat na pagsusuri, natuklasan nila na ang marka ay kumakatawan sa mga numero at pattern ay gumawa ng isang magic square. So, sa mechanics, kapag ang grid ay 3x3, ang meron itong 9 squares at binubuo ito ng 1 to 9 at mayroon itong magic sum na 15. Rules. Ang rules nito ay maglalagay mo ng 1 to 9 bawat square, dapat hindi maulit ang mga number sa bawat column, row at diagonal. Meron itong total sa column na 15 lahat mula sa column, row at diagonal. Simulan natin. Try natin. Example 1. Kagaya nito. Ang uunahin natin ay 4 at 2. Ipapag-plus lang natin ito para makuha natin ang tamang sagot. So, 4 plus 2 is equal 6. 6 minus 15 is equal 9. So, 9 ang ilalagay natin dito. Sunod naman, itong 8 at 4. Ipapag-plus lang natin at ima-minus natin sa 15. 8 plus 4 is equal 12. And 12 minus 15 is equal 3. Sunod naman natin itong 2 at 7. 7 plus 2 is equal 9. And then 9 minus 15 is equal 6. Lagay natin dito ang 6. And then ito naman, ito na natitirang 8 plus 6 is equal 14. And then 14 minus 15 is equal 1. Diba ang dali lang? Diba ang dali? Lahat ng row, diagonal ay mayroong 15. 15 15 Diba? Ang dali lang. So ngayon, magsasolve tayo ng magic square na 5 by 5 dahil tapos na tayo sa 3 by 3, 4 by 4. Ngayon, sa 5 by 5 na tayo. Madali lang to, promise. May gagawin lang tayo na tricks. Drawing tayo ng diamond. At maglalagay tayo ng lines na diagonal like this. At isa pang diagonal. So, may mga natirang number tulad ng 1, 2, 6, 4, 5, 10, 20, 24, 25, 16, 22, 21. So, ipapasok natin ang mga yan sa diamond gamit ang diagonal lines. Ganito. So, itong number 1, lalagay, syempre ganyan ang ganito. Lalagyan natin siya dito. Number 1. So, sunod natin ang number 2. Sunod natin ang number 6. Number 6. Ulit lang. Sa 4, 5, 10. Ganito din. Ganitong diagonal lines. Arrow. Number 10. Tira pa. Itong 16. Dito. Gamit mo tayo ng arrow na ganito. Dito ang 21. 16 dito. Last na 20, 24, 25 gamit din tayo. Lalagyan natin dito. 24. And then 20. O diba? Lahat na nasa box. Diba madali lang? Ita-transfer naman natin yung mga yan. Yung mga yan numbers para mas malinaw. Ita-transfer natin dito. Wait tayo ng dito 11, 24, 7, 20, 3, 4, 16, 17, 5, 13, 21, 9, 10, 18, 1, 14, 22, 6, 19, 2, at 15. Yan, kompleto na ang table natin. Check nyo at check ko kung lahat ba 65 ang magic sum nito. Lahat ng row at column ay 65. Plus 24 plus 7 plus 20 plus 3 is equal 65. 4 plus 12 plus 25 plus 8 is equal 65. 17 plus 13, 21, and 9 is equal 65. 10 plus 18 plus 1 plus 14 plus 22 is equal 65. Itong 23, 6, 19, 2, 15 is equal 65. Check naman natin ang 11 plus 14 plus 17 plus 10 plus 23 is 65. 24 plus 12 plus 5 plus 18 plus 6 is equal 65. 7 plus 25 plus 13 is also 65. 20 plus 8 plus 21 plus 14 plus 2 is 65. 3 plus 16 plus 9 plus 22 plus 15 is 65. Yan, check naman natin ang diagonal nito. So, check natin. Ang 23 plus 18 plus 13 plus 8 plus 3 is 65. Ito naman isang diagonal. Isang diagonal. Eleven plus 12 plus 13 plus 14 plus 15 is also 65. Diba? Ang bilis lang ng ginawa nating pag-solve sa pamamagitan ng diamond.
Hi everyone, my name is Jasmine Moral, and today I will teach you on how to solve a logic puzzle using deductive reasoning. So one fun way we can use deductive reasoning is by solving logic puzzles. But what are logic puzzles? Basically, they are problems that challenge us to think carefully and use clues to find the right answer. Today, we're solving a fun logic puzzle about who enjoys which hobby. Jamaica, Dave, Noah, and Claire has a different hobbies: reading, painting, gardening, and cooking. Using the following clues, we need to figure out who enjoys which hobby. So the first clue that we have, Jamaica does not like gardening or cooking.
The second clue is the person who enjoys gardening is neighbors with Noah, who doesn't enjoy painting. The third clue is Dave enjoys his hobby indoors, while gardening is done outdoors. And our last clue is that Claire spends time with the person who enjoys cooking because they share recipes. Now, using our deductive reasoning, it's very easy for us to find out which is which, who is who. But it would be easier for us to solve this logic puzzle when we use tables. Now, here is an example of a table that we are going to utilize to solve this logic puzzle. Let me bring up the first clue. Now, using our deductive reasoning, how can we use the table to solve this logic puzzle? We should put an X on the cell that represents that person, and when a hobby doesn't fit someone, the intersection between the hobby and that person. So for our first clue, Jamaica does not like gardening or cooking. Now from this clue, what can we deduce? We can easily deduce that Jamaica does not like gardening or cooking. So we need to put an X on the intersection of Jamaica and those two hobby, and that's here for the gardening. And then we'll put one here that represents this is X from our first two, and here for the cooking from our first clue as well. Now, what is our second clue? So our second clue is the person who enjoys gardening is neighbors with Noah, and Noah doesn't enjoy painting. So if Noah cannot enjoy painting, we put an X in the intersection of Noah and the painting, and this is from clue number 2. And since Noah's neighbor enjoys gardening, Noah cannot enjoy gardening either. So we need to put an X also in the intersection of Noah and the gardening, and this is also from clue number 2. So for our third clue is that Dave enjoys his hobby indoors, and gardening is an outdoor activity. So we need to put an X in the intersection of Dave and the gardening because Dave cannot enjoy gardening, and that's here, and this is from clue number 3, okay? And for our last clue is that Claire spends time with the person who enjoys cooking. This means Claire cannot enjoy cooking as the hobby belongs to someone else. So we need to put an X in the intersection of Claire and the cooking. So this is a clue from number 4. And when you look at it, our table is still a little bit bare, right? We could not really have a conclusion yet based on the obvious eliminations that we generated from the first 4 clues. So we have to look back. Maybe we missed something. Let's go back to our 4 clues. The first clue says Jamaica does not like gardening or cooking, so we eliminated gardening and cooking for Jamaica, leaving her with reading and painting as possible hobbies. The third clue states Dave enjoys his hobby indoors, and gardening is an outdoor activity. This means Dave cannot enjoy gardening, leaving him with reading, painting, and cooking as possible hobbies. The second clue tells us the person who enjoys gardening is neighbors with Noah, who doesn't enjoy painting. So we also eliminated gardening and painting for Noah, leaving him with reading and cooking as possible hobbies. Since Noah's neighbor enjoys gardening, and Claire is the only person left to be her neighbor, Claire must enjoy gardening. So we place a check in the intersection of Claire and gardening. We must also place an X in the intersections of Claire with the reading and painting. The fourth clue says Claire spends time with the person who enjoys cooking because they share recipes. Since Claire enjoys gardening, the person who enjoys cooking must be Noah. So we place a check in the intersection of Noah and cooking, and we must also put an X in the intersection of Noah and the reading. So we eliminate cooking for Dave and Jamaica.
leaving Dave with reading and painting, and Jamaica with reading and painting too. So let's check again for our clue number 3. Dave enjoys his hobby indoors, and painting is an indoor activity, so Dave must enjoy painting. We place a check in the intersection of Dave and painting, and we must also place an X in the intersection of Dave and reading. This leaves reading as the only option for Jamaica. We place a check in the intersection of Jamaica and reading, and we must also place an X in the intersection of Jamaica and painting.
So for our final answer, Jamaica's hobby is reading, Noah's hobby is cooking,
Claire's hobby is gardening, while Dave's hobby is painting.
Hello! So we have here the logic puzzle. We're going to play the case of the mysterious package. So we have 4 friends here: Anya, Ben, Chloe, and David. Each received a mysterious package. Each package contains a different item: a book, a game, a puzzle, or a tool. We have 5 clues here to solve the puzzle. Clue number 1: Anya's package wasn't a book, and it wasn't next to Ben's. Let's start eliminating some possibilities right here, Anya. Clue number 2: the puzzle was delivered before the game. So this tells us the puzzle can't be the last. We have here the clue number 3. Chloe received her package after David, but before Ben. So this means that Chloe's package can be the first and Ben's can't be the second or the third. The clue number 4, the 2 was delivered last. So this confirms our earlier deduction po. Clue number 5, Ben's package wasn't the game. So perhaps this helps further narrow down the possibilities. Since the tool was delivered last from the clue number 4 and Chloe received her package before Ben, clue number 3, and the puzzle came before the game, is clue number 2. The only remaining possibility for David is the puzzle. Therefore, David got the puzzle. So now we know that Anya didn't get the book or the puzzle. Ben didn't get the game or the puzzle. Chloe, on the other hand, got her package after David, the puzzle, and before Ben. So this leaves only the game for Chloe and Ben for Chloe and the book for Ben. Anya must have received the 2. Therefore, Anya received the tool, Ben received the book, Chloe received the game, and David received the puzzle. done.
Thank you po.
Kenken. Kenken is a brand name for a numerical logic puzzle printed on a grid subdivided into cluster of squares or cages. The object of which is to fill in the squares so that each column and row do not repeat digits, and all the numbers within a cage combine together using the specified arithmetic operation to equal a target number. History. In 2007, toy inventor Robert Furrer discovered Kenken books being published in Japan by Kenken Corporation under the title Kashikuku Naro Puzzle. Furrer's company Next Toy, LLC and Chess International, Master David Levy, publicized the puzzle to Michael Harvey, an editor of Times. The puzzles were published in the Times from 2008.
Understanding the rules. Grid. A square grid of numbers, usually 3 objectives. Fill each cell with digit 1 to n, where n is the size of the grid, without repeating the digits in a row or column.